Upon entering this museum, its walls densely lined with masterpieces, you encounter a shade of white unlike any other. This is the Joaquín Sorolla Museum in Madrid, Spain. What color is the natural light you know? Often, we describe it simply as white, but the light you meet here is fundamentally different from any hue you've seen before. You will experience sunlight as if for the first time, as if you are peeling back layer after layer of radiance to finally reveal the tender flesh of white hidden beneath. This is the signature white of Joaquín Sorolla, a painter who brought the raw, unfiltered Mediterranean sun directly onto his canvas. Among his many works, let's look at Mother, painted in 1895. Beyond a simple portrait of a mother and her newborn, this piece is a deeply private record, a father's attempt to eternally preserve a moment of pure bliss. First, let's talk about the dominant whites in this painting. Do they feel cold to you or warm? I believe this white isn't about temperature, it is a measure of purity. By enveloping the mother and child in these vast white tones, the artist signals that this is a sacred sanctuary, shielded from the impurities of the outside world. Furthermore, these whites evoke the softness of a cloud, offering the viewer a sense of visual purification and drawing our undivided attention to the presence of the two figures. Sorolla deliberately gave the bedding a cloud-like texture for the comfort of his loved ones. It feels paxin soft and airy, as if the mother and daughter are cradled within a cloud. To touch upon the white once more, I see it as a very clever trap set for the audience, a pillowy trap, if you will. Through sight, the viewer is reminded of the tactile sensation of a plush duvet, projecting their own memories of the most comfortable sleep into this white space. In the end, even without the artist forcing a sense of warmth, the viewer naturally sinks into this sea of clouds, feeling the profound peace of the space. Complemented by the subtle hints of warm yellow, a sense of tranquil temperature begins to radiate. What defines the perfection of this work? I believe it is the cozy sense of space within a limited frame, the composition of a monochromatic white palette, and the snug texture of the bed. Finally, let's look at the arrangement on the bed. There is a hidden device here. We see a mother and daughter facing each other in a cozy bed. Usually, such a scene would depict them in close physical contact. However, Sorolla placed the baby slightly apart from the mother. This seems to be the artist's gaze of respect, acknowledging the infant as an independent individual. In that small gap, the hand of the mother, Clotilde, plays a symbolic role. Though the biological connection is severed, her hand becomes a postnatal umbilical cord, continuously channeling psychological and spiritual energy to the baby. This is the essence of maternal love. This invisible lifeline orchestrates the silence and security of the entire frame, showing that the two beings are still one. I think of this work not as a piece for the public, but as a deeply personal one for the artist himself. Sorolla must have wanted to capture that miraculous moment right after his third child was born, the love for his wife and the rapture of his child, sealing it forever within a masterpiece. A father's primal desire to possess his life's happiness forever has remained as a universal piece of art that touches our hearts across generations. Two people submerged in a duvet like a soft sea of clouds, trapped in the warm trap of color and the cozy space created by the artist, we take a moment to reflect on the purest time of our lives. Thank you for joining me on this art journey. Please like and subscribe to travel with me again next time. This has been Symbols and Masterpieces, searching for the world's hidden gems. Thank you.